Fic Lover here. I am kind of gonna chat about season 1 of Hazbin Hotel and a little bit of season 2. As of this point in time, I have not seen the finale. Please don't spoil anything for me. Specifically, the finale of season 2 is the one that I'm talking about. I was requested to talk about season 1 a little bit, so I spent 8 hours drawing Nifty to talk over drawing her. And, yeah, I have been a long time Hazbin Hotel fan. I started kind of casually being a fan in, I want to say 8th, 9th grade. I started with Vibsy Pop's speed paints, and I saw her posting little snippets of her podcasts when she was still animating the pilot, and it was a storyboard, and waiting the 3 years for the pilot to come out. I was so excited when it came out and I was in high school. I was a junior. I was a junior when it came out in high school, and I remember losing my mind. So there's a little bit of nostalgia that's definitely influencing my feelings, and just stating it for the public. These are my opinions. You don't have to agree. Feel free to disagree, but don't be a sad bitch about it, because some of the Hazbin Hotel fans scare me a little bit. Y'all scare me a bit. Overall, I think season 1 was intended to be a big welcome to the Hazbin Helluverse. Welcome to this storyline. Here are all of the characters. And this is sort of the beginning of a much larger plot, but we're going to be focusing on this chunk of it for season 1, because it's not too much information at once, but it also has a lot of plot holes and such that won't be answered until later seasons. I have seen a couple complaints about that. They're like, oh, season 1 has so many plot holes. And I'm like, it's been approved to season 4. Give it a minute. I'm sure the plot holes will end up being clues when someone goes back to make a theory video. Give it a minute. I liked the music. I think I would have to say my least favorite song is It Starts With Sorry, just because it was an itty bitty baby song. It was cute. It was cute. Just not my most favorite. Loser Baby was my favorite for sure. I looped that song for hours. I also listened to Hell is Forever quite a bit. And I could get into a whole play-by-play of the episodes, but I think I will just do a quick little summary of my thoughts about them, because I'm trying to keep this video somewhat short, at least. Episode 1, Overture. It is the introduction. It is, here is everyone. These are all of our characters. By the way, this is a fucking musical if you didn't get the memo. Oh, and here's the snippet of the plot that we'll be focusing on, which at the time was the extermination. There was one thing that definitely pissed me off in season 1, and I will go on a tangent about it, just warning you now, because it pissed me off that much. And it's the fact that Charlie, when she walks in to meet with Adam, signs a contract without reading the fucking contract. What are you doing? Girl, don't just sign shit. You could have avoided the 6-month, I want to say rush, but that's not the right word. But you could have avoided the extermination being pushed forward by 6 months if you had just read that paperwork. Because this was a meeting designed for you to be able to negotiate, but you lost the ability to negotiate as soon as you signed that paperwork. I don't even think Charlie knew how to negotiate at that point. She was still kind of struggling later on in season 1 to negotiate, and in season 2, there hasn't been a negotiation yet, so I can't say anything as far as I am, because again, I have not seen the season 2 finale. Not yet. But I will, and I will record it, just not the music, because YouTube will be on my ass. Anyway. Radio Killed the Video Star was sort of a better introduction to the V's, because we got glimpses of them in season 1, not season 1, episode 1 of season 1. And so this was sort of more villain focused episode, and it showed specifically Vox and Alistair's rivalry, which was sort of a like, there's something going on. It gets you curious. It makes you want to keep watching. It's a setup episode. The first 2 episodes are very much setup episodes. We have episode 3, Scrambled Eggs, which is not my most favorite. I did enjoy seeing Serpentius again. I had been wondering if we were going to see him again. And having him be a spy was definitely something I was like, I don't think he's gonna last long. He didn't even last the day. Poor Serpentius. And if I'm thinking about it now, because I have seen up to episode 6 in season 2, now knowing that Serpentius was a decoy spy so they wouldn't get suspicious of the other people staying in the hotel was a smart fucking move. Again, I do think the plot holes in season 1 are going to be answered later on in the seasons. I can't point out all the plot holes off the top of my head. I'm sorry, not that smart. We have Masquerade, which was episode 4. And that one was just a cute, like, here's how therapy is being attempted for redemption. We're just trying things, you know? Just trying, and then we get some of Angel's backstory, which was just fucking sad. Well, not backstory. Sorry, that was the wrong word. Not backstory. His situation. The situation that he's kind of stuck in. And I feel bad for this poor boy. I felt bad for him that whole episode. Dad Beat Dad was just kind of weird. In my opinion. It was just kind of weird how Alistair was like trying to take over being a fatherly role to Charlie. And I feel like even now, I still don't know enough about him to feel like that move was justified outside of just pissing off Lucifer for the hell of it. So I'm just going with that. I think he did all that shit just to piss off Lucifer for the fucking hell of it. We have Welcome to Heaven. That's kind of when the extermination starts getting brought back up. This is when the plot starts kicking in. This was an interesting episode. I liked the court theme that was kind of going on. I liked how they were able to prove to all of the other angels, because of Adam's fuck up, that exterminations were happening, and that they were able to kind of defend the denizens of hell. Like, hey, just because they're in hell doesn't make them any less people, in a weird way. I'm like, they're in hell because it's a punishment. But it kind of makes sense now, like in season 2, if it's a punishment when they have successfully understood what they have done wrong and kind of redeemed themselves through their actions and are done being punished, that they would be redeemed and go to heaven. It makes sense, kind of. I'm not super religious, so I don't have that aspect to go off of, but overall, I do like the concept that after they're done fulfilling their punishment, they could go to heaven. Episode 7, Hello Rosie. That one was interesting. We got to meet Rosie and sort of see her and Alistair's interactions, which were interesting. The Susan bit, fucking hilarious. Loved that. And we got to see Vaggie get her wings again, which to me was kind of a symbolism of her relieving her guilt of being a part of the execution and feeling free to fight her own way again. Fighting for love, as Camila describes it in her wonderful song. And then, of course, the big finale, the show must go on, the big battle. Why the fuck did they kill Serpentius in a nanosecond like that? That caught me off guard so bad. I was distraught. That was definitely a thing that happened, and I didn't know how to process it. But overall, I really liked the first season, and I'm excited to see the rest of season 2. I am talking for more than 10 minutes now, so I think I'm going to just cut it here, and maybe I'll do another speed paint and talk about season 2, or maybe I'll just talk about season 2 after the finale. P.S. I'm totally down to do a rewatch so long as YouTube doesn't get on my ass about it.